rishis, enlightened beings will use, but unfortunately scientists have their own limitation. With the two eyes, when you see something which is not seen, you call it as dark. With three eyes, when you see something and you know it cannot be seen by the two eyes, you call that as Jyoti. Sutta Swayam Prakasa Jyoti. Jyoti Mandala. What we show as Jyoti of Arunachala, what exists as unmanifest of Paramashiva, is one and the same. Please listen. This acceleration of expansion is from the unmanifest, avyakta sarira of Paramashiva, the unmanifest space of Paramashiva. From that, the acceleration of expansion is happening. Now, the superconscious breakthrough is imminent. It has to happen. It is happening. I have been sent to planet Earth to facilitate this only.
As Devi revealed, the universe is expanding at an accelerated rate because so many beings are landing to be a part of this Kailasa. So you too can be a part of this Kailasa, the happening of Kailasa, by signing up to be an e-citizen of Kailasa, visiting kailasa.org, and you can register to be an e-Kailasan today. So now with this, we will be concluding this portion of the program, and we'll be entering into the next segment, where we will learn some of the offerings that we can make to Devi Parashakti. As all of us know, Devi has been continuously manifesting to help us, guide us, heal us, and protect us during this time. And so many people are suffering and struggling with this pandemic and pralaya. So if you are just overflowing in gratitude for your Cosmic Mother, you can stay tuned for this next segment and understand some of the offerings that you can make to Devi Parashakti. So let us enter into this segment now. So an offering is a giving of a divine gift of pure love, devotion, and oneness. And it consists of two parts, the giving and the accepting. And only when the divine accepts what one offers, the offering becomes complete. Offerings are not made out of fear nor out of greed, but when an avatar lands, the offerings are purely a part of the grand Leela played out for the only purpose of enlightenment. For Devi Parashakti describes, moonlight face holding the Vedas in one hand, fire in eyes with lotus flower, gracing and blessing hands, one hand with the japamala, beautifully decorated with jeweled ornaments, and wonderful clothes and shining crown. Her name is Manoanmani. This is from the Mulagama Manoanmani Dhyanam, and it continues on. I meditate on Devi with three eyes, glowing like a moon and holding the Vedas, lotus and gracing with blessing and gracing hands. She is wearing beautiful ornaments. She is worshipped by Brahma and other many gods and showers auspicious boons for all actions every day. So in this segment, you'll see that many of these offerings are made in gold. And this is because has great significance in Hinduism. And the Atharva Veda describes the origins of gold. States, triply born by birth is this gold from the atoms of Agni as one. It becomes dearest to Agni. One fell away from the Soma when it was hurt. One they call the seed of virtuous and powerful Apaha. Let that triple gold be for your long life. Gold is divine element. It purifies anything that it touches. It is an element of spiritual significance and great spiritual power of healing and enlightening. The vibration of gold has the power to infuse sattva energy in, and positive thought currents in anyone who wears, anyone who sees, or operates in its vicinity. And gold is present in all of our scriptures, the Agamas, the Vedas, the Shrutis, the Smritis, the Itihasas, the Puranas, and more. And all our Hindu scriptures, it is abundantly displayed that gold is the most auspicious and purest metal, which purifies your very being. In the Hindu civilization, everything was built in gold and exchanged in gold. Ritual fees were even offered in gold bricks. When one was to be saved from life threatening illnesses, gold was offered as a ritual fee. Gold was in abundance and used for weighing equivalent amounts of commodities, including cows. Kingdoms were built with huge doors of gold. The streets would have huge columns and huge archways made of gold, and horses and cows were even dressed in gold. The Hindu civilization thrived on the banks of rivers of gold. The Indus River was called the Hiranyamaya, the river of gold, in the Rig Veda, and the river Saraswati was called the Hiranyavartini in the Atharva Veda. Gold is the supreme element for offering gifts to the ones that you love and revere. Temples are constructed and paved in gold. Deities are made in gold and decked and adorned in gold ornaments because it preserves the enlightenment energy for thousands of years. It lasts forever. Now let us look at the various offerings that we have available today that you can make to Devi Parashakti. The first is the E-Hundi offering, which is just a general donation, like you would in any temple that you visit. You can just offer a few dollars in the hundi just to offer your gratitude and devotion to the divine happening in your life. And you can do the same online. Kailasa has made this very easily available for everyone to experience the same online with the e-hundi offering. And you can offer your love and devotion to Devi Parashakti, manifesting through the Supreme Contra of Hinduism. And it's described that Devi is the one who is fond of true devotion and is realized through true devotion. She can be won over through true devotion, and she removes all fears. And if there is any fear in the minds of the devotees, Devi is sure to remove that fear. It is stated that Devi likes to be worshipped in autumn. And here, it is not the autumn this season, but rather the autumn of our lives, when our thoughts turn more and more inwards, and the role of the divine becomes much more known and clearly understood. The need for Devi worship becomes much stronger. So you can offer your gratitude and devotion to Devi Parashakti by offering your kanika, and your name shall be chanted during the puja to Devi. The next offering is the Sankalpa chanting, the offering of your conscious resolution. And in the Devi Mahatmya, it's described the goddess enchants this universe, and she herself gives birth to this universe. That goddess being prayed without interest in anything gives that knowledge that leads to salvation and gives wealth in the materialistic sense. So you can offer your Sankalpa, your conscious resolution, and receive the blessing for the fruition of all of your desires and wishes. The next offering is the Sahasranama Swaranakasu, the offering of a gold coin inscribed with the various names of Devi Parashakti. And Devi is described as Nama Parayana Prita, the one who likes the repetition of her various names. And this is a very special offering of the 1008 names of Devi Parashakti. And it's a unique archana offered to the Mahameru of Devi Parashakti. So you can offer a gold coin with the inscription of one of Devi's various names. You can offer as many as you would like and receive the blessings to have all the Ananta Kalyana Gunas, all the divine auspicious qualities of Devi Parashakti. The next offering is the Mukta Anguti, the finger ring with a pearl. And Devi is very well known to be adorned and fond of pearls. In this verse, it describes, I bow to the goddess Meenakshi, whose crown has garlands of pearls, and the face shining like a full moon, who wears anklets that are studded with gemstones and has small bells, who is shining like the splendor of the lotus, who grants all the wishes, the daughter of the mountain, who is worshipped by goddesses Vani and Rama. I remain ever bowing to the goddess Meenakshi, the ocean of compassion. And the pearl represents the compassion, the overflowing compassion of Devi. So when you offer this pearl finger ring, you will receive the blessings to be showered by Devi's overflowing compassion and love in all of your business endeavors. The next offering that we have is the Swarna Padma Pushpa, the golden lotus. And in the Kami Gagama, it's described all the kalashas should be wound around with suitable thread and covered with new cloth. They should be adorned with a lotus flower made of gold. And there are hundreds of references for the lotus in our Hindu scriptures. Speaking of access, so there are hundreds of references in our Hindu scriptures to the lotus and using the lotus for the worship of Paramashiva. Almost everything in the worship of the ultimate involves the consecration of deities of worship with the lotus flower, the lotus leaf, the lotus pericarp, or the lotus petals. The lotus is a divine flower. The Shakti of Paramashiva is called the lotus. The base of Paramashiva Linga is the lotus. And the disciple of Paramashiva is also called as a lotus ready to bloom. So you can offer the golden lotus in any size that you wish and be blessed to have the state, space, and powers of Devi Parashakti and Paramashiva in your inner space amidst any and every adverse situation. The lotus blooms in murky waters. You too shall bloom in any adverse situations in your life. The next offering that we have is the Sadnamiti, the gold toe ring. And in this verse, it describes the power of Devi's very toenail. It states, you whose brightness from the toenail destroys the darkness of ignorance from the minds of your devotees who prostrate at your feet. You whose brightness from your 2 feet overpower that of the lotus flower. So you can see that this verse describes that Devi's toenails have the power to destroy the ignorance in the minds of of her devotees. You can offer the Saranamati, the gold toe ring, to Devi Parashakti and receive the blessings of Devi even in the most difficult aspects of your life. The next offering is the Sadhana Mantika, the gold hairline jewelry. And Devi is described as the one who makes the nectar flow in all of our nerves from the Sahasrara, the one who gives the very pleasant experience of the ultimate. And the Mantika represents the nectar flowing from the Sahasrara chakra, which is fully open. So you can offer the Mantika to Devi Parashakti and receive the blessings of achieving the blissful state and overflowing Sahasrara with the space of gratitude and complete completion. The next offering is the Pratiksha Puja, the offering of devotion and gratitude to the divine lotus feet of Swamiji. This is one of the most favorite offerings of all the devotees and disciples of Swamiji. And we have a very special Pratiksha Puja coming up on November 4th on Diwali Day, which no one should miss, as it is one of the most auspicious days in Hinduism and, of course, in Kailasa as well. It is the first blessing day of Swamiji after 9 months of intense samadhi. The first blessings given by Swamiji were be blissful. And this is one of the most auspicious blessings that all of us have been able to receive. So if you would like to offer your love and gratitude and receive the blessings from the Supreme Concept of Hinduism, you can sign up for the Pratiksha Puja happening on November 4th on Diwali Day and experience the space of devotion and love to Swamiji. And the next offering is the Vastra Seva, the offering of clothing to Devi during the Pratiksha Puja. So you can offer the Vastra Seva and receive the blessing of full protection on your path to enlightenment. So here we have the list of the various offerings that we have available. So you can choose whichever offering that you would like to make, and we can visit kailasamailer.com/sevas to make your offering. So we'll be shortly visiting that and guiding you through the process of how to make your offering. So it's kailasamailer.com/sevas. And if you are immediately ready to make your offering, you can go ahead and make the offering. However, if you still are needing some more information or need help manifesting the offering, you can fill out the intention form and someone will contact you in order to help you make your offering. So you can visit kailasamailer.com or you can go to tiny.cc/baby-offering to make your offering today. So we'll be guiding you through that process. So we'll be short kailasamailer.com/sevas. It's a very simple process. You can just choose whichever offering that you would like to make. And you can choose as many as you would like, and you can add that to your cart. And once that is done, you can go ahead and proceed to the checkout and make your offering step. So here is kailasamailer.com/sevas, and you can go ahead and choose whichever. So we have the Diwali celebrations coming up, so you can go ahead and choose an offering for that. And you can offer your Pratiksha Puja there. And if you would like to make an offering to Devi, also, yeah. So you can fill out the Seva's intention form if you would like to make an offering on Diwali Day. And if you would like to make an offering to Devi Parashakti, we can go back to that. And, yeah, so you can choose whichever seva that you would like to offer for Diwali. So we can go back to. So you can see here, you can either fill out your intention form. So you can fill out your intention form, or if you're ready to immediately make your offering, you can go ahead and click make your offering here. And so here you will be able to choose whichever offering that you would like to make. And you can select whichever option in the drop-down menu. So if you would like to offer the Pratiksha Puja or the Mukta Anguti, you can choose that. And you can offer as many as you would like. If you would like to offer one on behalf of yourself and your mother, you can go ahead and add 2 to your cart. And once you're done, you can go ahead and proceed to the checkout. And you can fill out all of your billing details just as you would for any other online payment. Very simple process. And once you have filled out all of your details, you can go ahead and place your order and make your offering. You can click the I agree and Go ahead and place your order. And once you've done that, you can fill out the Sankalpa 2021 form. So you can fill out the Sankalpa form details here, and you will be able to choose. You can fill out all of the details of the offering and your contact details as well. And you can choose, fill out all of these details, the payment amount, the date of the payment, and your name as well. And you can fill out all of these details. And once that is done, you can, of course, choose whichever offering that you have made. And once that is done, you can go to the next page where you can fill out your name and the names of all your loved ones and offer your sankalpa to Devi Parashakti in your name. So now, once that is done, you will be able to make your offering to Devi Parashakti. So now with this, we will be concluding this portion of the program, and we'll be entering into the next segment where we will understand some of the various activities that are happening in Kailasa's COVID care centers. As many of you may have heard, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has opened up all of the Kailasas in India for the multi-layered quarantine, has made this completely freely available for anyone who wants to protect themselves during this time. So we have Ma Daimai Swami here to guide through all of the activities that are happening in Kailasa's. Thank you so much, Ma Daimai Swami, for joining us.
Thank you, Ma Nithyanandam. Thank you, Mom. Nithyanandam, everyone. So welcome back to this segment of Kailasa's multi-layer quarantine COVID care protection centers at the de facto spiritual embassies of Kailasa. With the blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivan's blessings. Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasugadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Tvanvatitam Gagana Sadusham Tattvamasyadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Triguna Rahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. So what we learned from this segment today concerning statistics on mental health and global peace across the world due to COVID-19, and what are the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Kailasa's contributions for global peace, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism spiritual solutions for COVID-19, Kailasa's COVID care protection centers, and why temple-based ecosystems and UN recognizes Kailasa's contributions. The crisis that we are under. Today, people around the world are trying to grapple with the grim reality that the pandemic is far from over. The aftermath of the current calamity promises to be much more devastating. The greatest economics of the world are facing disastrous futures. Countries are facing each other in deep mistrust. Now, let us see some of the statistics and current news. Record high cases in Australia amid the third wave of COVID-19. The World Health Organization makes a big statement about the Delta variant of COVID-19. COVID-19 has killed more Americans COVID-19 has killed more Americans than the 1918 to 19 influenza pandemic did. So COVID-19 infected more than 12% of Americans and killed about 0.2% with 676,000 deaths. And 1918 to 19 flu infected about 25% of Americans and killed an estimated 0.65% with 675,000 deaths. So now that the US death toll from COVID-19 has surpassed 676,000, the coronavirus pandemic has killed more Americans than the 1918 to 19, influenza pandemic did. Axios and the Associated Press both reported the grim milestone recently. So COVID-19 now officially US deadliest pandemic as the death toll crosses that of the 1918 to 19 flu. People infected with alpha variant exhales 100 times more virus into the air than the original COVID strain. 6 feet distance may not be enough to prevent viral transmission indoors. COVID-19 Delta variant still the most concerning, says the World Health Organization's expert. And in US, the COVID-19 pandemic is nowhere under control, says the Chief Medical Advisor Anthony Fauci. He said, right now, we are still in pandemic mode because we have 160,000 new infections a day. That's not even modestly in good control. In an interview with Axios, the US has reported 40 million cases of COVID-19 since the outbreak of the virus, with over 4 million infections adding up in the past few weeks. The increase in the COVID cases comes as the US administration earlier this month announced that it's planning to provide booster shots of the vaccine as the Delta variant has become dominant in the nation and is wreaking havoc. The surge in Delta variant is driven by the low vaccination coverage in many communities across the US, according to the US Center for Disease Control and Prevention. In a country of our size, you can't be hanging around and having 100,000 infections a day. You've got to get 10,000 before you start feeling comfortable, Mr. Fauci said. The COVID-19 made the world less peaceful. COVID-19 violent incidences and fatalities with increased fatalities, it is making, according to the World Economic Forum, making the world less peaceful. The younger adults are more likely to report symptoms of anxiety and a depressive disorder during the COVID-19 pandemic. The average share of adults reporting symptoms of anxiety and a depressive disorder, what it was in January to June, 6 months period, was 11%, and now this 1 month of January 2021, it rose up to 41.1%. The share of adults reporting symptoms of anxiety and a depressive disorder during the COVID-19 pandemic, the younger adults are reporting more symptoms of anxiety and or depressive disorders. Stress in America 2020, a national mental health crisis. COVID-19 is a significant stressor for most Americans. Nearly 8 in 10, which is 78%, say the coronavirus pandemic is a significant source of stress in their life. Nearly 7 in 10, which is 67%, say they have experienced increased stress over the course of the pandemic. COVID-19 could exacerbate doctors' existing mental health burden. Of the health workers who treated patients during the China's outbreak, 50% showed signs of depression and 45% showed signs of anxiety. The self-reported mental health among the pregnant women and new mothers. Before the COVID-19 pandemic, the depression was 15%, and now it rose up to 40.7%. And the anxiety was 29%. Now it rose up to 72% after the pandemic. The living under stay-at-home orders, 8 in 10 students are struggling with focus on school or work and avoiding distractions. And 55% of all students do not know where to go for help for their mental health. Nearly understanding the pandemic's impact on working women. Nearly 82% of the women who surveyed said their lives have been negatively disrupted by the pandemic. Nearly 70% of the women who have experienced these disruptions are concerned their career growth may be limited as a result. The global economic outlook during the COVID-19 pandemic, a changed world. The pandemic is expected to plunge most countries into recession in 2020, with per capita income contracting in the largest fraction of countries globally since 1870. International Labour Organization. COVID-19 is a threat to peace building in conflict-affected nations. The COVID-19 crisis has worsened already fragile situation. The ILO is more aware than ever of its responsibility to promote peace and resilience in the time of this global pandemic. The Mumbai mayor says the third wave is already here. The city mayor has said that the third wave of COVID is already upon Mumbai, pointing to a sudden spike in cases. The third wave of COVID-19 is not coming, it's already here, said Kishori Padnekar, adding that an announcement regarding the matter had already been made in Nagpur. Breakthrough infections found in 25% of health staff. A little over 25% of healthcare workers were infected with coronavirus despite getting fully vaccinated. A recent study has revealed, giving an insight on the breakthrough infections due to the Delta variant. The study, jointly conducted by the Institute of Genomics and Integrative Biology and Maximum Hospitals in Delhi NCR, found that the vaccination breakthroughs were far more common during the Delta outbreak in Delhi than previously reported. New COVID-19 variant Mu shows signs of vaccine resistance. So now that we have seen the statistics across the world, not only affecting the physical health, increased fatalities, and affecting the mental health, especially the younger generation, and making the world less peaceful, affecting the global peace. So how to cope up with current COVID-19 pandemic? It is important to address the COVID pandemic, which is seeing another wave, destroying many more lives. The Supreme Point for Hinduism says the pandemic fatigue setting in as a result of continuous lockdown and resulting in delusional ignorance. The global COVID virus pandemic has left the whole world desperately looking for answers. Life as it had been experienced even back in February 2020 is no longer recognizable. Drastic change is the order of the day, with people having to redefine their world with new paradigms of economy, society, faith, religion, and health. Blessed are those who have had the greatest fortune to be with the incarnation of Paramashiva, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, in their lives to carry them through this crisis. Making peace with nature is possible if we start now. Making peace with nature is possible if we start now. Even amid pandemic, 2021 can go down as the year we made peace with the nature and set the planet to healing. Our environmental, social, economic challenges are interlinked. They must be tackled together. For example, we cannot achieve the sustainable developmental goals, including ending poverty, if climate change and ecosystem collapse are undermining food and water supplies in the world's poorest countries. We have no choice but to transform our economies and societies by valuing nature and putting its health at the heart of all our decisions. Now let's watch a small clip on making peace with the nature. World Health Organization Health and Peace Initiative. Health and peace are interrelated. In the words of the Director General of World Health Organization, Dr. Tedros, there cannot be health without peace and there cannot be peace without health. If individuals and groups enjoy equitable access to health services, fulfilling their rights to physical and mental health, and health actors design neutral health interventions that promote trust and dialogue, and communities are empowered to cope with a violent conflict, then health coverage is more universal, grievances can be heard and addressed to generate trust around health emergency concerns. Affected communities are more likely to make meaningful contributions to peace and reconciliation and to resist incitements to violence. United States Institute of Peace. Amid COVID, we need enhanced international coordination to build peace. Tackling the pandemic and building resilience in fragile states requires concerted international action at local, national, and global levels. As the humanitarian and economic toll of the COVID-19 pandemic continues to grow, so does this risk that this crisis will fuel new conflict around the world while stemming prospects for resolving ongoing ones. Stronger health systems and universal health coverage must be a priority. Remarks in the General Assembly special session in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. For the first time since 1945, the entire world is confronted by a common threat, regardless of nationality, ethnicity, or faith. The new social contract between people, governments, and private sector, civil society, and more can tackle the roots of inequality and pay taxation on income and wealth, universal benefits and opportunities for all. Now let us see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's contributions for global peace. Vedic civilization beautifully describes the yastu sarvani bhutani atmani ivanu pushati sarva bhuteshu chatmanam tadona vigugupshate. Isha Upanishad verse 6. Global peace is the byproduct of individual bliss. Whenever an individual goes through a spiritual bliss, he manifests a beautiful, peaceful life for him and everyone around him. If he is powerful enough, he moves the whole city and manifests peace. He is more powerful, he moves the whole village and whole country. If he is powerful enough, like incarnation, he moves the whole world and manifests peace for them. Individual bliss is the source of global peace in the level of Om, microscopic level Om, and the macroscopic level universe. Whatever level it may be, global peace is the byproduct of individual peace. Now let us listen, how do we achieve this individual peace? By practicing completion, by practicing other methods by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Let's listen Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism explaining that global peace is byproduct of individual bliss.
Can directly impact. I welcome all of you with my love and respects. Today I wanted to expand on the science of completion. How the science of completion can directly impact the consciousness you are carrying and the consciousness embodied in many bodies. Please understand, the more deeper you go inside you, means more deeper space you go inside you, more expanded you become, more one with everything, more oneness you experience. Because the more deeper you go, the more you experience the unified field of consciousness. various words are used. Some of the Hindu traditions uses the word Atma, Brahman. Some of the Hindu traditions use the word Nirvana. Whatever word you may use, Atman, Brahman, Nirvana, unified field of consciousness, whatever. But one thing, the deeper and deeper you go in your inner space, you experience the vast oneness. The more superficial you are, the more incompletions you carry with others, even with yourself. The more superficial you become, even your own right hand and left hand fights with each other. Different parts of you fights with you. Different thoughts of you fights with you. Even you fight with you, the more superficial you go, the more deeper you start traveling. First, you get integrated. The you fighting with you stops. Then, the people around you get integrated. They fighting with you stops. Completion with yourself, then completion with others, then comes completion with other things, not just living beings, even with inanimate beings. The completion starts happening. Even with the nature, completion starts happening. Please understand, the more deeper you travel, the more deeper you go, the more deeper you settle down, the more deeper you start living. Your cognition expands. Your cognition includes. Your cognition becomes more and more inclusive. More joy, more bliss, more knowledge, more enlightenment. Please understand. The more and more completion happens in you, you will see everyone around you feels complete with you. That is why I am saying, whether they have body or they are disembodied, in the deepest corners of your being, deepermost layers of your being, deepest parts of your being, you experience such powerful awareness, such joy. Going into the deepermost corners of your being not only is a joy, it's a power. Because suddenly you will see everybody around you, everything around you listens to you. It really becomes a vibrant power where the tendency to exploit is not there. Listen, that's a very important thing. Power without the tendency to exploit. Because as long as you feel the other person is separate from you, when you get the power, it will always be used for exploiting. Because the other person is separate from you. Then naturally what you will feel? Let me suck all the possible energy, intelligence, time, talent, treasure. But when you feel the other person is your own extension, you will see, you will be showering so much, enriching so much. The power you have will not be exploiting, it will be enriching you. Even if death comes at this moment, I can tell you very clearly, I can face the death directly and tell the death enriched every human being more than what I received from anybody. I have given to every human being whom I met in my life more than what I received from them. My accounts is clear. I am ready. Come on, let's go. My accounts is clear. I don't have debt. No credit card money to be paid, loans to be paid, no debit card, no credit card. My accounts is clear. Understand, when you feel everyone is your extension, the power given to you, the power you gain, see, any living is power. Powerful way. Even in that, you will become powerful. So any lifestyle you choose, you will get power in that field. Whether it is exploiting or enriching, murdering or raping or go on serving. Whatever lifestyle you choose, living is power. When you go into the deepermost core of your being and start living based on completion, I tell you, the first power you will experience is everything around you listens to you. That power will simply make you enrich everyone. The best power you can have through living is power of enriching. Whatever you do, as I said, whether you live the life of enriching or exploiting, you will become powerful. I tell you, the power of exploiting brings more and more conflict within and without. And those conflicts naturally bring suffering. And the power of enriching brings more and more completion in you and in others. This full month, Nithyananda Sangha all over the world. The other day I was seeing, we have officially presence in more than 50 countries. As devotees, group of devotees, we have presence in 100 countries. All over the world, we are going to celebrate this whole month for Global Peace Month. Impacting global peace. All of us this whole month will live completion and do samskara dahana kriya. Means burning the patterns which separates us from others. Burning the patterns which are constantly keeping us in a superficial level. All over the world, we will be doing Samskara Dahana Kriya, burning our patterns and leading us to more and more completion. And we also have special 3 Nitya Dhyana Yoga program teaching people science of completion and facilitating Samskara Dahana Kriya. This month, 20th, 21st and 22nd, this whole month, all over the world, all our temples, ashrams, centers, yoga centers, schools, colleges, universities should do Samskara Dahana Kriya, should do the practice of burning all the incompletions and patterns which leads to conflicts, bringing more and more peace inside us and outside us, spreading peace. This whole month, let's impact global peace. Let us really contribute to the global peace, not just talking about it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Not just talking about it. Let's do it. Even if you teach the Samskara Dahana Kriya to 50 people in each area, each place where we have centers, ashrams, temples, two-way centers, yoga centers, even 50 people, each Tanidhar teaches, enriches them with this science. The amount of suffering and negative waves, negative vibes reduction can contribute so much to the world. Please understand. One positive person can burn millions people negativity. Experientially, with evidence we proved, one positive person has already burnt at least 20 million people's negativity in last 10 years and brought peace. So each one of you, if you stand up as one positive being, one authentic, responsible, enriching being, I tell you, we can do so much to the world. It will be a better place than the time we entered. When we leave, it should be a better place. That's all. When we leave the earth, it should be a better place. So understand, inner peace is your birthright. Go to the depths of your being. Bring more and more completion into you. Completion with others. And start living Advaita. Today in the Inner Awakening session, it's all about completion with others. So last 6 days, literally, you worked so much, one by one by one by one by one, layer by layer by layer by layer. The completion with yourself. Now comes completion with others. Today, we are starting the science of completion with others. It's one of the most powerful science. does so much to human beings, not just healing their relationships, even inside their consciousness, this inner space, so much of good is done, so much of awakening is done. See, when you have completed with others, the kind of strength you feel is the power of Advaita, strength of Advaita. Today the inner awakening sessions are all about completion with others. We have long session.
Now let's listen from the supreme pontiff of Hinduism.
Social answer
That
means I'll tell
self-transformation is a secret to achieve global peace.
oh, you should all work for global peace. You should all work for turning the world. You should work for revolution. You should work for all these, that things. You should vote only the party which says that it will stop the war and all these things. This is the social answer. Nonsense. If you want the honest answer, I tell you, simply transform yourself. You can't do anything. If at all you can do, you would have done it. Be honest. If you can do, you would have done it. You are raising this question because you are not able to do. Am I right? So let us be very clear. Let us be honest. We are not able to do socially. That's the truth. That's the reason you are sitting here and raising the question. I tell you, understand few important things. There are a lot more attached to this question. There are many things which is attached to this question. We always feel the present is the world is totally spoiled. It is not going according to the rules or how it is supposed to be. It was wonderful once upon a time. In ancient time, things were going properly. Everything was well and great. And I tell you, 10,000 years ago, they found some writings on stone in Harappa Mohenjo-daro culture. Some stone writings have been discovered. The other day I read a beautiful book about that stone writings. That writings, it says, oh, nowadays the society is not as it should be. So much of war. There is no peace. In the early times, there was so much of peace. Society was really great. Things were as it should be. And it almost looks like a today newspaper editorial. 10,000 years ago, the same thing carved on a stone. Then understand, there was no such time as only good prevailed. It is just a fantasy. Hinduism, they call it Satya Yuga, the age of truth. There was a time only truth prevailed. Christianity, they say the Garden of Adam and Eve. There was a time everything was wonderful. Every religion has got the fantasy. The past was great. There was golden past. Always the idea of golden past exists only in the past. The more you go back, again you say the past was great. And I tell you one thing, it is a wonderful way of postponing accepting the reality. Otherwise, I can be sure the world was same as it is today. Whether it is 5,000 years ago or 10,000 years ago. Maybe one thing, there was no CNN channel that time. So the news did not reach you so quickly. That's all. The news did not reach you so quickly. That may be the only difference. But otherwise I can be sure the good and the bad was equal. Good and the bad was equal. The same amount of wars were there. All the other things were there. If you read the Puranas, the mythological stories of India, you see enough of things. Enough of dirty things. I think sometimes I find little more. And if you read completely the Puranas or the Hindu scriptures, there are a lot of things much worse than modern day. The criminal activities or bad things or negative things, whatever you say, all this stuff. And never think only present day is corrupted or violent. In the ancient days also, all these things were there. Only one thing was not there, the CNN news or the internet. So the news did not reach you. But otherwise I can tell you, enough the good and bad was there. It always will exist. It will exist. All you can do is, if you awaken yourself, if you reach the enlightenment state, you can go beyond it. And I tell you, enlightenment is the only service you can do to the society. Just become enlightened so that you will reduce the negativity. Now, as of now, you are also the part of negative group. Naturally, we will be a negative group. As long as we are unenlightened, we will be the part of collective negative consciousness. So if you become enlightened, at least you will reduce your weight. That's the only thing we can do. Nothing else can be done. So all I request you to do is just become enlightened. Realize that you are a lion. That's the only way to help yourself and the society. Otherwise, all revolutions, you see, all revolution again end up as one more tradition. In last 2000 years, 3000 wars have happened in the humanity. In 2000 years, 3000 wars. Human beings have not done anything except doing wars, except fighting. Everybody claims he wants to do revolution. He wants to spread peace. You see, every country claims their army is a defensive army. Then who is offending? Tell me. Every country says defensive army. Then who is offending? These are all just, games. The idea of peace is a pure game. Everybody wants to spread the peace according to them, not according to the other person. They want peace according to them. The other day I was in one interreligious gathering. One guy is preaching, let all of you convert to my religion so that we will not have fight. He wants peace the way in which he wanted, not the way in which. And there's a beautiful saying, the sword of Muhammad, it is written, peace alone should survive, something like that. He has written some statement about the peace on the sword. We all take sword to spread the peace. So no revolution is going to help, because in the last 2000 years 3000 revolutions have happened, but still world is same, I think much worse. So no revolution is going to help, only individual evolution is going to help. So be very clear. Instead of working in the outer world, start working in the inner world. That will help you and society.
Now let's listen from Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism that Sri Kailas is all about peace-based powerfulness.
Om Dhurasi Dhur Dhurvantam Dhur.
Bhakti-centered mukti. Listen carefully. The space of Shanti, is where Kailasa grows. Listen carefully. It is in the deep powerfulness of peace or peace
Peace, powerfulness is the ground, breeding ground for Paramashivatva to manifest. Please understand. Like how pure mirror reflects everything, pure Shanti-based Shakti, peace-based powerfulness reflects Paramashiva. Paramashiva manifests in peace-based powerfulness. Please understand. Neither violence nor powerlessness. Powerlessness is weakness. Violence is abusive. Peace-centered powerfulness. Powerfulness-centered peace. All the Upanishads starts with peace, completes with peace. Shanti mantra starts with Shanti mantra, gets completed with Shanti mantra. Peace-based powerfulness is a fundamental requirement for Paramashivatva to manifest. That is why people who don't want us to manifest Paramashivatva or power manifestation do not want to allow the peace in our life or do not want peace in our campus. Understand? But only if you are peaceful, which cannot be shaken even by the demons and devils and rakshasas, we can be in eternal peace. So, remember this very clearly. Peace alters the very DNA structure, genetic structure, the core Anu Mahat structure. Understand? Anoraniyan Mahato Mahiyan. The consciousness in you is atom inside the atom, Mahat, more than Mahat. That Anoraniyan Mahato Mahiyan. That consciousness starts growing in you with more and more peace-based powerfulness developing in you. Nothing can be compared to unclutching. Spend more and more time, energy in unclutching. It will never be wasted. Time spent on unclutching is the most productive time for you in your life, because unclutching completely makes you altogether a different material. Understand? It makes your very biomemory, muscle memory, core structure, molecular structure, genetic structure, DNA structure, everything, all the 8 energy flow circuits, 7 energy flows, conscious explosion. So totally 8 energy flow circuits exist in you. All the 8 explodes when you unclutch. Understand? Unclutching is the space of Sri Kailasa. Listen.
Every chant Hinduism ends with Shanti, Shanti, Shanti 3 times. Means peace, peace, peace. Hinduism is the real religion. Loving peace, living peace. Individual level, social level, global level. Understand? Hinduism lost all its 56 nations, 200 states, 10,000 kingdoms, samsthanas. Is not a loss to Hinduism, it is a loss to planet Earth, human beings. Wherever Hinduism is practiced, kept alive, the ideal of global peace is kept alive. Just do this one simple statistics. You yourself study. Google and study. Take the top 10 religions and list how many people they converted in last 200 years, how many people they killed. List for each religion. I can be 200% sure you yourself will realize Hinduism is the most peace-loving and peace-living religion, neither conversion nor terrorism. Neither conversion nor terrorism. Being the supreme pontiff of the most peace-loving, peace-living religion, I give you all my blessings on this International Peace Day. Understand? It is we Hindus need to keep the global peace as a living possibility, and we need to make this global peace as reality. Just talking about global peace will not work. Working for global peace only is the responsibility of the real living Hindu. Anyone who wants to claim themselves as a Hindu or practicing Hindu should work for global peace. Global peace is our responsibility. Hindus have the responsibility to bring global peace. So you can also throw a challenge. See, if you are making a Hindu micronation, you can throw this challenge to each one, your friends, family, 10 people. Let them participate in the challenge and then let them send the challenge to others. So I welcome all the living and practicing Hindus to become founding fathers of Kailasa micronation in your countries. You can also make a challenge, like how they made ice bucket challenge and all that. We can make a challenge. You form Hindu micronation and claim, I am the founding father of the Hindu micronation Kailasa. And then you can invite your family, friends for a challenge. 11 people. You form and you challenge 11 people and they also form and they spread. So let us start spreading. This project is my message on this International Day of Peace. Let us start working for global peace instead of just talking. The work we do will talk for us. The talk we do will not work for us. This is the message. The work we do will talk for us. The talk we do will not work for us. global peace is responsibility of Hindus. We living, practicing Hindus, not only we should achieve the individual peace through unclutching yoga meditation, we should also create an ecosystem where the global peace starts manifesting. This Kailasa Hindu micronation is the enlightenment ecosystem. I request every living practicing Hindu to manifest, do it. So the global peace can manifest from these Kailasa Hindu micronations all over the world. Hindus have the response.
Now, let us see the Kailasa's mission of global peace and super consciousness breakthrough. The sovereign order of Kailasa, led by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and Nithyananda order of monks, nuns, and Hindu diaspora, are working for global peace and to give a super consciousness breakthrough to humanity. It is the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's mission to revive a conscious world where the global issues at the climate, economic, social, health, and humanitarian levels cease to exist from their very root, turning the problems of poverty, hunger, violence, discrimination into powerful living through the experience of oneness. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been working from the very grassroots level to usher in an era of peace at all levels, individual, societal, national, and global. His deep insights into the workings of the human mind, body, emotions have enabled him to powerfully and directly address various social and emotional problems facing humanity today. Some of the ways that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism provides spiritual solutions to combat the pandemic and other issues. Since the beginning of the pandemic, the amount of contribution and activism of Kailasa has increased multifold through the Paramashivoham, bringing the super consciousness breakthrough to the whole humanity by starting the Akhanda Nirvikalpa Samadhi Jnana Yajna, that is unclutching meditation, initiation and meditation, contributing almost billions of minutes so far. Paramashiva Sankalpa chanting, the sacred Sanskrit mantra chanting to heal 24/7 via Zoom sessions. Spiritual healing to one and all 24/7, helping humanity to cope up with insecurity, fear, disease by empowering individuals to heal themselves, learn to cope up emotions like depression, tough situations in relationships, providing alternative solutions to worldly problems through power manifestation, initiating thousands every day into manifesting innate superhuman capabilities in the Kailas Kotiyar sessions, providing healthy solutions like a technique to clear the stomach from the Ayurveda solutions, which ultimately brings clarity out to the spiritual truths and give a super conscious breakthrough. In the long term, establishing self-sufficient communities. Continuing and intensifying the service of Annadan, the free food in Nithyananda Annalayas around the world, including Tirunamalai and Los Angeles and various other adhinams. With the New World Order, starting the agriculture-based communities in Adi Kailas and several other locations. Peacekeepers of Kailasa, offering various life solutions from the teachings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Hinduism prescribes various methods for global healing. One such is Maheshwara Puja, nullifying collective negativity simply through the presence of the avatar and his order of monks, offering Maheshwara Puja to the natural calamities hit victims. Bhava Samadhi Darshan to raise the individual consciousness breakthrough. Devi Parashakti, Akashic reading, the cosmic revelations. Society was created with the delusional ideas of too many human beings, blind spots, and the decisions made from those blind spots. If the visionary of a civilization or country or nation has blind spot, when he develops the vision for it, the whole civilization suffers those blind spots forever. Now it's time that the nature, Prakriti, resets itself, and many of the blind spots based visions, ideas become important components of the society. This pralaya which is happening is melting down everything which is delusion based. The world as we know is gone, and let us celebrate this isolation which is seemingly endless, with an unknown future which is compelling humanity to make 100% lifestyle change, is something to be deeply dwelled upon. All problems need to be addressed only with the spiritual solutions and powerful cognitions. To stop people having mental breakdown, pandemic fatigue, collapsing, depression, destruction, and also give them super consciousness breakthrough and revive the enlightened civilization, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism continuously gives spiritual solutions and powerful cognitions. Some of the spiritual solutions and powerful cognitions are unclutching, practicing completion, practicing oneness, practicing ajapa japa of Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, consciously building deep feeling connection, yoga, puja, vegetarian diet, and nirahara samyama. It's time that we all take responsibility to save humanity, to protect people from this pandemic fatigue destruction. Let us try to enrich people for every one of these great spiritual solutions. All these spiritual solutions are free and open for all. Let us take a few minutes now and share with as many people as possible, and let us save the world. Let us give them the experience of unclutching, the Nirvikalpa Samadhi initiation, and save people from this pandemic fatigue, epidemic fatigue, destruction, and delusion. To help people to have super consciousness breakthrough and sail through this pandemic. People from 50 countries continuously radiate the space of Paramashiva by practicing the unclutching meditation 24/7 a day, 7 days a week, and it started from 13th May 2020 and it's still continuing. And any given point of time, there are 4 to 8 zones actively unclutching around the world. Join this movement at http://kailasa.tv/minutes for peace. The life solutions based on the ancient Hindu tradition, the meditation and yoga technique from the scriptures. The cognitions are rooted in the highest truth, the lifestyle based on living and radiating the higher values of life and powerful way of living and realizing one's ultimate potential form the foundation of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's teachings, which by their inherent nature provide the foundation for peace on planet Earth. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has launched the Minutes for Peace initiative, which aims to reduce crime globally by conducting the mass meditations around the world in parallel. In 2014, just after the 2 years of launching the program, it crossed over 1 billion minutes of meditation. The scientific studies have crossed 1 billion minutes of meditation. The scientific studies have shown a reduced crime rate after the participation in the meditation and completion techniques. In 1976, it was found that when 1% of a community practiced meditation, pujas, the crime rate was reduced by 16% on an average. The current tally on the Minutes for Peace website is more than 4.3 cumulative minutes of meditation logged, including all the events, programs, and festivals where people have gathered in large numbers and participated in the meditation and rituals. The total count comes out to be a staggering 409 billion minutes of meditation so far. And you can see the glimpses where in a program called Shuddhatvaitam, where 5,000 devotees gathered and participated in a 48-day meditation program. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has hosted the Kumbh Mela in the United States in Los Angeles since 2007. The Nithyananda Sangha is entrusted as the only organization to host Kumbh Mela outside India by the Akhila Bharatiya Akhada Parishad. In September 2006, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has organized the first confluence for world peace to honor the memory of those who lost their lives saving others on September 11, 2001, Irvine, California. In the second confluence of peace, in September 2006, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism organized the first confluence for world peace to honor the memory of those who lost their lives saving others on September 11, 2001 at Irvine, California, United States. The second confluence for peace was held in Los Angeles in 2000 in collaboration with the Vedanta Society, BAPS, ISKCON, Siddha Yoga, and other organizations. The Kumbh Mela festival spread fast to other countries, including Australia, Canada, etc. In 2009, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has organized a month-long peace walk covering 1,000 kilometers and 1,000 villages to bring together in harmony from all walks of life, to promote feeling connection and oneness among people. During the walk, health camps were conducted in villages along its path. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has conducted large-scale collective meditations on September 21st, International Peace Day, to raise the collective consciousness. One of the greatest contributions that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is initiating thousands into sannyas. Sannyas is our social responsibility. Let us save Hinduism and humanity. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has revitalized the monastic tradition of sannyas by initiating hundreds and thousands of people into the Nithyananda monastic order. The all-renouncing monks contribute to the best things to human civilization, living their life with the cognition that life is for others. These monks and nuns act as the harbingers of peace and empowerment for the human society distraught with violence, depression, and other forms of life negativity. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has also revived the ancient practice of embarking on pilgrimages. The spiritual journeys, taking spiritual aspirants to high energy sacred spots such as the Himalayas, Kailas, Varanasi, Angkor, and various powerful temples of India. Even though prevalent in India, this practice is rapidly losing its original context, turning into a recreational family vacation. Reviving the original spiritual context, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has made it possible for modern-day human beings to benefit from the spiritual energy present at these centers and accelerate their journey of spiritual evolution, hence ensuring individual and collective peace as a natural consequence. Food systems hold key to ending the world hunger. Effect of COVID-19 pandemic, the United Nations had noted a dramatic increase in world hunger. According to the state of food security and nutrition in the world, 1/10 of the global population, as many as 811 million people, were undernourished in 2020, an increase of 118 million from 2019. According to the Eat, Lands and Commission, moving toward the diets with a diversity of plant-based foods, low amounts of animal source foods, unsaturated rather than the saturated fats, and limited amounts of refined grains, highly processed foods, and added sugars could prevent between 19 to 24% of all adult deaths each year. Under the Red Om, that is No Hunger Project by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, through the Annalayas, the Food Donation Center, the de facto spiritual embassies of Kailasa worldwide, under the guidance of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, has served over the billions of organic sattvic vegetarian meals so far. Giving free food to all the citizens is the economic policy of Kailasa, deriving the reference from the Vedas and Agamas. Recently, under the humanitarian initiative launched by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, the opening of the Kailasa's COVID care protection centers in India, where the monastery campuses are being turned into a multi-layer quarantine facility to safeguard the inmates against any possible point of contact with the outer world. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has opened this service free to all people, regardless of any differences in age, gender, caste, creed, ethnicity, color, or socio-economic status. Food, shelter, internet, and all basic facilities, including medical care, are provided at these COVID care centers and free of cost and for an indefinite period of time. The outcome has been a splendid zero infection rate so far among the participants, a feat not achieved anywhere else in the world, let alone in India. This response model of handling the COVID-19 pandemic at a community level, along with the guidelines and recommendations for governments, has been recognized and accepted by the United Nations as well. Participants of the COVID care program offered by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism are enjoying a healthy, blissful, spiritual lifestyle at the multi-layered quarantine protection. They enjoy a stress-free life following a spiritual morning routine, doing yoga, daily puja, temple sevas, kara sevas, and celebrating festivals. So join the Kailasa's COVID care protection centers. Register now through the link below at https://kailasa.org/kailasa-care. Now, all these COVID care centers are temple-based, and Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been reviving the temple-based ecosystems across the world. Now, let's understand the revival of the temple sciences and ecosystems. Now, especially in the times when COVID-19 is rampant and the ancient temples are in a lockdown because of the risk of widespread corona disease, the devotees of these temples were visiting and having darshan of their gods and goddesses for thousands of years. Yet all these ancient sacred sentiments have come to a harming halt after the lockdowns have taken place. The religious fervor of the devotees is being lost due to the pandemic. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is reviving the e-Kailasa ecosystem and bringing all the ancient traditions of the online platform on Kailasa TV, YouTube, and Facebook. Now let's listen from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism explains about the science of temples.
Please tell us, Swamiji.
Read the next question also.
As we see in our present time, towers of mobile, TV or dish TV antennas everywhere connecting invisibility to satellites, doing an incredible function for individuals and for society. My question is, there is and was everywhere temples and deities in this culture. Anybody coming from outside just wonder, is this just sentimental carved stones, worshipping culture, or just artistic sculpture? What is the invisible function of temples, deities?
See, both questions, same answer. That is the reason I wanted to answer both the questions together. Modern day dish TVs, antennas, mobile towers, all of them work in the level of certain frequency where the words, pictures, visuals can be transmitted. See, the verbalization and visualization, names and forms can be transmitted from one place to another place through these mobile towers, dish TV antennas. But the temple towers are created to transmit super consciousness from one place to another place. Please understand, in Meenakshi's time there was television, conscious television.
It used to be in stone slab. And if you just sit in front of that stone TV, meditate, connect with Meenakshi, she will appear live and answer whatever you want. So each of the stone slabs only slowly later on became deities. You can see in our temples this happening. The TVs in which I am appearing and speaking are slowly becoming deities. They are receiving worship. Flowers are offered to it. Aarti is done to it. Incense is given to it. Now, all our temples are planning to have a separate throne for this TV. In Los Angeles, already I am on the throne. The TV is in the throne. The TV, in which people are seeing me, same way, please understand, the stones through which people were able to connect with the super consciousness have become deities. Same way, all our temples, deities, everything is a connecting mechanism with super consciousness. The mechanism which connects with the super consciousness. Please understand, the deities and temples are not just sentimental carved stones, or they are not just artistic sculptures. They are conscious transmitters. They raise you to the super consciousness. In the tradition, we have a puja room. All the puja rooms are your private conscious airport, are conscious transmission centers. The main temple is the place from where continuous super consciousness is radiating. So if you just sit and connect with a deep feeling connection, see, in those days human beings were so beautiful and simple. Just remembering the name of the deity is enough. They are already in connection with the deity. That feeling connection. When I read Patanjali's Yoga Sutra, it says, sit in Siddhasana and be in Samadhi. That's all. So the human beings were so simple in those days. Just if you sit in Siddhasana, you are already in Samadhi. If you sit, your mind sits. Now, if you sit, your mind sits. Mind is completely away from the body. In those days, human beings were so simple and intelligent. All the non-mechanical parts of their brain were awakened. It is Western culture which killed the non-mechanical parts of the brain, the functions of the non-mechanical parts of the brain. Please understand, in the Vedic civilization, always human beings were brought up in such a way that non-mechanical parts of the brain was fully alive and awakened. It is a cultural invasion, destroyed the greatest possibility of the human being when the non-mechanical parts of the brain is not functioning anymore. The temples, deities, all these are looking useless. Otherwise, they are a huge conscious infrastructure. Please understand. So, an example, suddenly, if we find some method to travel just 20 feet above the air or 30 feet above the air without petrol or diesel, all our automobiles, roads, everything will become useless. Then you will wonder, why so many automobile industries are established? Why so many cars are produced? Why this huge road waste? I think our ancestors are fools. You don't understand. At one period, it was used. It was being useful. Our temples, our deities, all these are useful if all your non-mechanical parts of the brain is awakened. Unclutching is the process to awaken your non-mechanical parts of the brain. When your non-mechanical parts of the brain is awakened, you will understand temples, deities, how useful they are, how directly useful they are, how they are part of our life, how they enrich our life, and how they make human beings intelligent, enlightened. These are the methods created to create enlightened civilization. These grand temples are not built as an just monument. They are built as a conscious movement. It is not like Egyptian pyramids, monuments. No. It is conscious movement to raise human beings to the highest consciousness, to make human beings experience the highest purpose. Understand, unclutch, use the temples to achieve the highest consciousness.
जीवन मुक्तिप्रदं देवम्
So join the Kailasa's COVID Care Production Centers by registering the link below, https://kailasa.org/kailasa care. So with this, we are going to move on to the next part of our segment after a very short break. Thank you, Nithyananda.
Connecting with the divine with your eyes closed is meditation. Connecting with the divine with your eyes open is darshan. Come, let us all now move from meditation to darshan. Slowly, very slowly, please open your eyes. ಶ್ರೀ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದರಿಗೆ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದದ ಸ್ಥಿತಿಗೆ स्वागतं गुरु श्री नित्यानंदरिगे नित्यानंदरिगे श्री नित्यानंदरिगे नित्यानंदद स्थिति नीಡುವ ದೇವ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದರಿಗೆ स्वागतं गुरु श्री नित्यानंदरिगे स्वागतं गुरु नित्यानंदरिगे स्वागतं गुरु श्री नित्यानंदरिगे नित्यानंदरिगे
शिव 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 रघर रघर शिव 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 रघर रघर अय्या शिव 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 रघर रघर शिव 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 रघर रघर ஊரறியே என் பேரறியே உறவறியே தவத்துறவறியே உள்ளொன்று புறம் ஒன்று பேசறிய உமை சிவன் போலே வேறறிய சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர 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 காலையும் மாலையும் கணக்கறிய நாடும் கோடும் நான் அறிய பாலையும் சோழறிய பரம பரஞ்சோதி அடி சிறிய சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர சிவ 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 ரகர ஐயா உணரிய உயிர் உடலறிய மோன பெருவழியை நான் அறிய பெண்ணறிய ஆதி சிதம்பரம் நான் அறிய சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர சிவ 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 ரகர சாமி உன்னைது பொருளது கண்டறிய போகமும் மோகமும் கொண்டறிய ஆசை பேராசை அறிந்தறிய அம்பலமாடியை மறந்தறிய சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர 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 ஐயா சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர சிவ 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 ரகர ரகரா ஐயா சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர சிவ 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 ரகர ரகரா ஆகம வேதங்கள் படித்தறிய 6 குளங்களில் குடித்தறிய யாகமும் யோகமும் செய்தறிய ஓமுகம் பார்த்து பணிந்தறிய சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர சிவ 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 ரகர ரகரா சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர சிவ 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 ரகர ரகரா சும்மா ஒருபோது இருந்தறிய சுத்த அசுத்தங்கள் பார்த்தறிய ஆத்ம நிவேதன செய்தறிய அத்தனாரீசன் அடி சிறிய சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர சிவ 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 ரகர சாமி ஏடறிய சொல் எடுத்தறிய ஏற்றமும் தாழ்வும் நான் அறிய வீடறிய கொடுங்காதறிய சோம சுந்தரனும் மறந்தறிய சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர 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 உணவறிய ஊரும் உணர்வறிய உள்யது வெளியது நான் அறிய கணவறிய நனவறிய கனக சமாவரி அடிதிரிய சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர 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 ஐயா சிவ 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 ரகர ரகர சிவ
அருமருந்தே அண்ணாமலையோனே ஆனந்த நித்யனே அகருள் மாய்ப்பவனே சிறிதே சிந்தை இறங்கி கருதும் எக்கணத்திலும் எம் கண்முன்னே நீயாடிவா அழகு திருநடமிடும் எங்கள் அம்மையப்பனே பழகு தமிழில் உனை பாடி நின்றோம் தூயவனே ஞானவனே நித்யானந்தனே தெய்வ திருநடமாடிவா தெய்வ திருநடமாடிவா
Nithyanandeshwara Paramashivoham Nithyanandeshwari Paramashakti Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. I welcome you all with my love and blessings. I welcome everyone. Sarvanya Pita Karta, Yajaman, Manifestors, Sarvavarityagis, Shri Mahants, Kotari Tanedar, visitors, viewers, everyone sitting with us all over the world. I welcome all of you with my love and blessings. Paramashiva's message directly from Kailasa. Listen. Conscious sovereignty is the manifestation of bioenergy of superconscious existence. The pure superconscious existence is Paramashiva. His own bioenergy manifesting is the initiation given to you, the Shakti Pada and Shaktini Pada given to you. Listen. To receive Shakti Pada and Shaktini Pada, you don't need any pre-qualification. The only thing, you just need to trust me as I am introducing me. That's all. Listen. Listen carefully. When Arunagiri Yogeshwara, my guru, when he was giving me some initiation, it was an initiation related to astrology science. When he gave that initiation so clearly, with such detail, I understood the science of astrology. So I asked him, before you gave me darshan, you see, before Arunagiri Yogeshwara gave me physical darshan and started initiating me, I was taught many sciences by other gurus like Raghupati Yogi, Narayana Swami, Kuppammal. Many of them taught me many different sciences. I asked Arunagiri Yogeshwara, can you give me initiation in those sciences also? He just laughed and said, when I gave you the Shakti Pada initiation, what did you think of me? Arunagiri Yogeshwara asked me. I said, you are God, Shiva, That's all I know at that time. At that time, I know Arunachala is Shiva. And Shiva himself comes as Guru and gives you initiation. I was simply clear about it. It is too simple and too straight. And simply clear about it. I have some laziness problem. When Raghupati Yogi comes and wakes me up, takes me to temple for yoga, I will throw a little tantrum. All that is too small. But my cognition about my gurus were very clear. I told Arunagiri Yogeshwara, I know you are God, Arunachala, Shiva. He smiled and said, that's all you need for the Shakti Pada to work. Then he asked me, when Raghupati Yogi initiated you, what did you think of him? I said, naturally, Shiva, Arunachala comes as a guru and initiated me. That's all you need. The initiation he gave, the initiation I gave, both are one and the same, because the person who is receiving is very clear about from whom he is receiving. When you are clear about my existence, the Guru's existence, when a disciple is clear about the Guru's existence and Guru's declared identity as his cognition about the Guru, simply the Guru's initiation, Shakti Pada and Shakti Nipada, works on disciple. Then he asked me, when Kuppammal initiated you, what did you feel about her, or what you decided to feel about her? I said, there is no such thing as a decision. I just know she is Parashakti. Parashakti came to me as my guru and initiated. He smiled and said, but sometimes you fought with Kuppammal, you threw tantrum. Especially when she makes me drink that bitter aushadas to clean my body, to detox me. I will do all tantrums. He asked me about it. Arunagiri Yogeshwara asked, you fought with her, you threw tantrum. I said, the tantrums are my inability, but I am very clear. She is Parashakti. Came to initiate me and give me all the best things of life. He said, that's all. That's all you need to receive the Shakti Pada and Shakti Nipada. He said, I don't need to reinitiate you because you are very clear. All those gurus who initiated you also are Paramashiva, God, Shiva, Arunachala, ultimate. See, at that time, the word I know for the ultimate is Arunachala Shiva. Shiva, Arunachala, Arunachala Shiva. That is the word I know for the ultimate. Now I am using the word Paramashiva because in Agama, Paramashiva uses that word to describe his ultimate existence. So I am using the word Paramashiva. But at those days, the ultimate, the word for the ultimate, I know, the Paramborul, I know, is Shiva Arunachala. So, he made it very clear. I don't need to reinitiate you because you decided to trust what they declared about them and connect, that is enough. The initiation will simply work. I tell you, please listen. Whoever trusts my declaration about me, my existence, how consciously I exist, what is my identity, how I operate, what is my inner software, what is the agamic structure. See, I exist as Paramashiva Paramburul, the ultimate pure consciousness, superconscious existence, the ultimate will, Parameshwara, is manifesting. I just know this is the truth. And I also know the Panchakritya, Srishti Sthiti Vinasa Trobhava Anugraha, the creation, sustenance, rejuvenation, putting in delusion, pulling out of delusion, and liberation. This Panchakritya Shaktis manifesting in me, and the unmanifest existing in me, I just know. From this space, how I introduce myself about my gender, about my love, about my existence, about my operating system, about the dharma with which I deal myself and all of you and the whole world and the universe, how I see all this. Elaborately I have explained multiple times, I continue to explain. Whoever decides to connect with my declaration about me as Paramashiva, I bless you all and shower you all. The ultimate Paramashiva will manifest in all your life, in every level, as simple as you want high-speed internet connection to watch the satsang, or you want to get rid of your simple headache, or you want enlightenment, or you want third eye power manifestation, any level. You simply receive the bioenergy, Shaktipada, Shakti biomemory, muscle memory of Paramashiva. Listen. Listen intensely, whether my daughters, Jyotika got corona, and some more of my sannyasis and adinavasis, kailasavasis got corona. All I did is just connecting with them and making them connect with my identity as I declare myself, as I reveal myself. That's all. See, the moment my disciples, my sannyasis, connect with me as I reveal myself, it becomes too easy for me to protect them like a blanket, superconscious blanket. I just sit in samadhi, connect with them, cover them like a superconscious blanket. It's not that Jyotika does not throw tantrum, Bhaktika does not throw tantrum, but all of them know I am the ultimate. I just uttered few words, few names, but there are many more names which I don't want to go on be listing it out. See, it's not that they don't throw tantrum. They throw tantrum. They miss many things I say. All that is small. It's all just muscle memory level. But in biomemory level, they are very clear about how I reveal me. When you decide to trust how I reveal me, my identity as Paramashiva, this stages starts manifesting in you. You also start experiencing this same identity in you. Actually, there is one more disciple. She got all the symptoms of corona. But she is very clear, I am Paramashiva. That's all I needed. I just consciously enveloped, put a superconscious blanket around her because she can't afford to have corona. Her body can't afford to get any kind of a impact of corona. And I made sure even the past got deleted and she did not have corona. The test came negative. And she's healed. All I did, just sat in samadhi, and she also has the deep feeling connection. She knows I am Paramashiva. And simply the corona disappeared. Listen, corona can disappear. But corona, any problem can disappear. All you need is that simple decision to connect with me as I introduce myself to you, as I reveal myself to you. Sobi, tell Rahu, he is absolutely connected to me as I introduce me. So he is completely protected. I am there with him, protecting him completely. Nothing to worry. I want all of you to know it is not just some disease or anything else. In every level, even power manifestation, all you need is just sit with the decision. I trust Swamiji as Swamiji reveals himself to me. As he has revealed himself, I'm not going to do any independent investigation with the druggies, rapists, devil worshippers, culnaries, and wolves, foxes, all those criminals' versions about Swamiji, their introduction, their definition of Swamiji, I am not going to accept. I am going to accept Swamiji's introduction about himself. How he reveals himself to me, how he revealed himself. I am going to trust only that. Nothing else. That's all you need. I tell you, listen, I tell you, just now I am fresh from Samadhi. You can see my eyes and face. Just fresh from Samadhi. I'll tell you how in this universe, the billions of stars and mandalas, the stars which gives birth to stars, how billions are there. Same way only in our body, the billions and trillions of cells. Each cell is a mandala which can give birth to another cell. I am telling you, that Brahmanda, being soaked in that Brahmanda, is revealing itself to you, talking to you. All you need is just decide to connect with my revelation about myself and sit. This bioenergy of Paramashiva will simply manifest in you. I tell you, all my kids who manifested powers or who just walked out of Corona, all of them did not do any special tapas. All they did is they just decided to trust my introduction about me. Now, not only I got my kids out of Corona, I will heal them, repair them, completely make them do the power manifestation, everything. Understand? This initiation, this Shaktipada is the purpose of my existence, to give you this Shaktipada only. I exist and I come here and sit again and again every day. This is the reason I am alive and I reveal myself to all. I sincerely bless all of you as living manifestation of Paramashiva, as Paramashiva, I bless you all and initiate all of you. Whoever decides to trust my revelation about me as Paramashiva, all of you are blessed. Please listen. Please listen. I give you the examples of few of my kids walking out of Corona. Few of my daughters having all the symptom of Corona, but I made sure just push even the time wheel, made sure Corona is not even there. Because she is needed for a unique power manifestation. I can't afford her to have Corona. She needs to have, she's going to do some unique power manifestation process. And there are other two of my daughters with her. All three are needed for a very important spiritual process. I can't afford her to have Corona. And the most beautiful thing is she has a clear, conscious decision. I am Paramashiva. How I reveal myself, she connects with that. That sweetness is enough. So I just covered them with the super conscious energy. Not only the symptoms got healed, even medically, Corona negative. Listen. Life is too simple, too easy. My gurus taught me, gave me all the powers, the most easiest, sweetest way. I will give the same way to all of you. I'll give you the same way to all of you. The sweet way. I initiate all of you. I share myself with all of you. That bioenergy of Paramashiva, Shaktipada and Shaktinipada, with all of you. That is the gratitude I give for my gurus. When sweet smile is there in your lips, when the gratitude, bliss tears are in your eyes, that is the offering I am giving it to my gurus. The joy you radiate, the bliss you manifest, the bliss tears in your eyes, all these are only my offering to my gurus. So I will continue to work for the smile in your lips, the bliss tears in your eyes, the sweetness you experience in your heart. I will continue to work for that. I am alive, and this is my life, and this is my purpose. I just want each one of you to know I exist for all of you to have that sweet smile in your lips, bliss tears in your eyes, bliss, powerfulness in your heart, Paramashiva's Shaktipada and Shaktinipada in your being, experiencing conscious sovereignty in you all. Meda Slatya is messaging, even though we are not on two-way, we are having bliss tears and experience. Understand? I'll tell you the science of two-way. Why two-way, you know? One Ramana Maharshi's disciple, she's Mudaliyar, her name is Mudaliyar Patti. She gave food for Ramana Maharshi almost 2-3 decades every day without missing. In old age, she became almost blind that she can't walk. But even then, she will insist that every day she comes in front of Bhagavan. Somebody asked her, you can't even see Bhagavan, then why are you coming here for darshan every day? She said, I may not be able to see him, but he can see me. That is why I am coming. Darshan is two-way. Then Bhagavan said, yes, true. Darshan is always two-way. You seeing me, me seeing you. In these two, even if one happens, darshan happens. So I tell you, whether you are on two-way, where you can see me, I can see you, or you are in one way, only you can see me. Be very clear. Because even in one way, you may not know I can see you, but I know I can see you. Understand? All of you who consciously choose to connect with the identity I reveal about me, to all of you I give my blessings. If any one of you decide in the future when you are watching this satsang, if you decide at that time that you decide to connect with me based on the identity I reveal about myself as Paramashiva, even for you I give the blessing. I initiate all of you. I give you all the Shaktipada and Shaktinipada. You will all experience conscious sovereignty of Paramashiva. My absolute, pure, super conscious bioenergy, love, Shaktipada, Shaktinipada, all with you all. Whoever decides to connect with me as I reveal myself. You may not understand the meaning of Paramashiva. Even if you decide, this introduction only I am going to connect. More and more I will realize about who is Swamiji and what identity he is revealing himself. More and more I may realize in course of time. But I decide I am going to trust only Swamiji's own revelation about himself. No question of trusting culinary versions about Swamiji. That's all you need.
பாடலாம் தியானமாம் நித்திய தந்த பாதை தன்னிலே ஆட்டம் என்றும் உன் கட்டிதந்து மனமே வரும் நிலை என்று ஏற்றுக்கொள்வது நித்திய மந்திரமாச்சு வாழ்வில் அனந்த யந்திரமாச்சு நித்திய மந்திரமாச்சு வாழ்வில் அனந்த யந்திரமாச்சு ஆடலாம் பாடலாம் உண்டாடலாம் ஆனந்தமாய் நித்தியதவன் பாதை பாடலாம் ஞானமாம் நித்திய தந்த பாதை தன்னிலே ஆட்டமுடன் பாட்டமோடு ஆனந்தமாய் கொண்டாடவே அல்பஞான கூடுமே வாழ்வே நித்யானந்தமாகுமே தந்தவா தங்கமலை வந்தவா தெய்வீகமாய் நின்றவா அண்டத்துக்கு நித்யானந்த தியானம் தந்தவா கட்டி தரும் நித்யானந்தன் தியானம் தன்னை செய்தாலது பக்தியோடும் ஸ்ரத்தையோடும் நித்யா உன்னை பூஜிப்பது பல நாள் தவமோ பல நாள் நித்யானந்தன் ரூபம் இன்று இறையே குருவின் உருவில் வையம் காக்கும் எண்ணம் கொண்டு தங்கமலை வந்தவா தெய்வீகமாய் நின்றவா அண்டத்துக்கு நித்யானந்த தியானம் தந்தவா தங்கமலை வந்தவா தெய்வீகமாய் நின்றவா அண்டத்துக்கு நித்யானந்த தியானம் தந்தவா இன்பம் கண்டோமே உள்ளவது சொர்க்கம் அதை அண்ட தன்னில் தான் தேடுது முழுரையும் ஆனந்தத்தின் எல்லை வீரம் உண்டாகுது ஆடும் மடியாரை நித்திய தியானம் தன்னை தந்து இங்கு தேடும் சுக வாழ்வை தர நித்யானந்தன் ரூபம் கொண்டு தகமலை வந்தவா தெய்வீகமாய் நின்றவா அண்டத்துக்கு நித்யானந்த தியானம் தந்தவா தகமலை வந்தவா தெய்வீகமாய் நின்றவா அண்டத்துக்கு நித்யானந்த தியானம் தந்தவா உள்ளுக்குள் உண்டாகும் நித்ய ஆனந்தம் கண்டாலே உள்ளம் தெய்வீகம் கொண்டாடும் என்றாய் நித்யானந்தா நீ கள்ளங்கள் இல்லாமல் கொள்ளும் தெய்வீகம் என்னாலும் எம்மை ஞானத்தின் மெய்வாழ்வில் சேர்க்கும் யுக்தி தந்தாய் நீ உள்ளுக்குள் உண்டாகும் நித்ய ஆனந்தம் கண்டாலே உள்ளம் தெய்வீகம் கொண்டாடும் என்றாய் நித்யானந்தா நீ கள்ளங்கள் இல்லாமல் கொள்ளும் தெய்வீகம் என்னாலும் எம்மை ஞானத்தின் மெய்வாழ்வில் சேர்க்கும் யுக்தி தந்தாய் நீ நித்யாவின் பாதம் அதை கண்டாலே போதும் மெய்ஞானம் வாழ்வில் குறியாக குடியேறும் அகமும் தெளிந்தே ஆனந்த கூத்தாடி விட குருவாய் வளர்ந்தான் மெய்ஞானம் எம்முள்வதிட தகமலை வந்தவா தெய்வீகமாய் நின்றவா அண்டத்துக்கு நித்யானந்த தியானம் தந்தவா கட்டி தரும் நித்யானந்தன் தியானம் தன்னை செய்தாலது பக்தியோடும் ஸ்ரத்தையோடும் நித்யா உன்னை பூஜிப்பது பல நாள் தவமோ பல நாள் நித்யானந்தன் ரூபம் இன்று இறையே குருவின் உருவில் வையம் காக்கும் எண்ணம் கொண்டு தகமலை வந்தவா தெய்வீகமாய் நின்றவா அண்டத்துக்கு நித்யானந்த தியானம் தந்தவா அண்டத்துக்கு நித்யானந்த தியானம் தந்தவா அண்டத்துக்கு நித்யானந்த தியானம் தந்தவா
அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் புவி எண்ணாத யோகமை கொண்டிட நித்யன் ஈரேழு லோகத்திற்கெட்டா ஈசன் முக்தி நேரி அருளவே நித்யனாய் உலகிற்கு வந்தம்மை ஆட்கொள்ள தேவர்களை காத்திட வைத்தான் தாயாய் பேரருள் புரிய உடல் ரோமம் சிலிர்த்திட நித்யனாய் வந்து அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் புவி எண்ணாத யோகமை கொண்டிட நித்யன் ஈரேழு லோகத்திற்கெட்டா ஈசன் முக்தி நேரி அருளவே நித்யனாய் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் திருவண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் சித்தை கிளப்பி விட்டேனில் பர தத்துவம் கற்பித்த பாரமஞானியாய் ஞானக்கண் கொடுத்த தமக்கே ரூபம் காட்டிய மாய வித்தை செய்யும் நித்யன் சித்தை கிளப்பி விட்டேனில் பர தத்துவம் கற்பித்த பாரமஞானியாய் ஞானக்கண் கொடுத்த தமக்கே ரூபம் காட்டிய மாய வித்தை செய்யும் நித்யன் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் புவி எண்ணாத யோகமை கொண்டிட நித்யன் ஈரேழு லோகத்திற்கெட்டா ஈசன் முக்தி நேரி அருளவே நித்யனாய் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் என் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் மெய்ப்பொருளான நித்யனை ஆழ்ந்து சிந்திக்க ஐயனின் ரூபம் விளங்கும் தாண்டும் சிவசக்தியாக ஐம்பொறிகளுக்கும் புலனாகின்ற நித்யன் மெய்ப்பொருளான நித்யனை ஆழ்ந்து சிந்திக்க ஐயனின் ரூபம் விளங்கும் யாண்டும் சிவசக்தியாக ஐம்பொறிகளுக்கும் புலனாகின்ற நித்யன் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் புவி எண்ணாத யோகமை கொண்டிட நித்யன் ஈரேழு லோகத்திற்கெட்டா ஈசன் முக்தி நெறி அருளவே நித்யனாய் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் திருவண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் இருந்து உயிர் பக்குவமாக்கிடும் பரமனாம் நித்யன் ஞானப்பாடித்தரங்கள் ஏழும் கொண்ட ஞானமும் ஆகியே ஆண்டிடும் நித்யன் உள்ளும் புறமும் இருந்து உயிர் பக்குவமாக்கிடும் பரமனாம் நித்யன் ஞானப்பாடித்தரங்கள் ஏழும் கொண்ட ஞானமும் ஆகியே ஆண்டிடும் நித்யன் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் புவி எண்ணாத யோகமே கொண்டிட நித்யன் ஈரேழு லோகத்திற்கெட்டார் ஈசன் முக்தி நெறி அருளவே நித்யனாய் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் நித்யன் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான். ஆப்த வாக்கியங்களான அருள் கவிதைகள் நித்யனின் மகிமை சொல்லிடும் மகிமை அர்த்தித்த பின்னே சிவசக்தி ஸ்வரூபமாய் தோன்றிடும் நித்யன் ஆப்த வாக்கியங்களான அருள் கவிதைகள் நித்யனின் மகிமை சொல்லிடும் மகிமை அர்த்தித்த பின்னே சிவசக்தி ஸ்வரூபமாய் தோன்றிடும் நித்யன் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் புவி எண்ணாத யோகமே கொண்டிட நித்யன் ஈரேழு லோகத்திற்கெட்டார் ஈசன் முக்தி நெறி அருளவே நித்யனாய் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் திருவண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான். தனிலே நித்யன் உன்னத நீலை ஊழத்தில் வருமே விண்ணவர் மன்னவர் ஒப்ப அகிலம் ஆளும் கீர்த்தியுட ஈசன் நித்யானந்தன் புண்ணிய சேத்திரம் தனிலே நித்யன் உன்னத நீலை ஊழத்தில் வருமே விண்ணவர் மன்னவர் ஒப்ப அகிலம் ஆளும் கீர்த்தியுட ஈசன் நித்யானந்தன் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்த யோகமே கொண்டிட நித்யன் ஈரேழு லோகத்திற்கெட்டார் ஈசன் முக்தி நெறி அருளவே நித்யனாய் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் நித்யன் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான். முப்புரி நூலை தரித்தவன் ஐயன் வேதியன் வெந்நீர் பூசிய நித்யன் அண்டத்தின் மூல காரணன் முடிவற்ற ஆனந்தத்தை தொண்டற்கருள்வான் முப்புரி நூலை தரித்தவன் ஐயன் வேதியன் வெந்நீர் பூசிய நித்யன் அண்டத்தின் மூல காரணன் முடிவற்ற ஆனந்தத்தை தொண்டற்கருள்வான் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் புவி எண்ணாத யோகமே கொண்டிட நித்யன் ஈரேழு லோகத்திற்கெட்டார் ஈசன் முக்தி நெறி அருளவே நித்யனாய் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் நித்யன் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான். பேரறிவு பொருள் நித்யன் உலகாளும் ஊரை மன்னவர் கழித்தவன் அர்த்தநாரீஸ்வரனாக அருள் செய்திட்டே எம்மை ஆட்கொண்டிடும் நித்யன் பேரறிவு பொருள் நித்யன் உலகாளும் ஊரை மன்னவர் கழித்தவன் அர்த்தநாரீஸ்வரனாக அருள் செய்திட்டே எம்மை ஆட்கொண்டிடும் நித்யன் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் புவி எண்ணாத யோகமே கொண்டிட நித்யன் ஈரேழு லோகத்திற்கெட்டார் ஈசன் முக்தி நெறி அருளவே நித்யனாய் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் நித்யன் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான். பிறவி பிறவியாய் தேவர்கள் பரம்பொருளான பரமனையை தேட ஈசன் பிறவாமல் ஆட்கொண்டு எம்மை ஒரு தத்துவம் தன்னை உரைத்திட நித்யனாய் பிறவி பிறவியாய் தேவர்கள் பரம்பொருளான பரமனையை தேட ஈசன் பிறவாமல் ஆட்கொண்டு எம்மை ஒரு தத்துவம் தன்னை உரைத்திட நித்யனாய் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் புவி எண்ணாத யோகமே கொண்டிட நித்யன் ஈரேழு லோகத்திற்கெட்டார் ஈசன் முக்தி நெறி அருளவே நித்யனாய் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் திருவண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான். எண்ணிலா வடிவமுடையவன் என்னும் எண்ணம் கடந்த முதற் பொருளானவன் பிறவி எடுத்தே சலிக்க அருள் தாகத்தை தீர்த்தன் வீணைகள் களைந்தான் எண்ணிலா வடிவமுடையவன் என்னும் எண்ணம் கடந்த முதற் பொருளானவன் பிறவி எடுத்தே சலிக்க அருள் தாகத்தை தீர்த்தன் வீணைகள் களைந்தான் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான் புவி ஈசன் முக்தி நெறி அருளவே நித்யனாய் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான். நித்யன் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான். ஆனந்தமாய் என்னுள் நித்யன் முக்தி மார்க்கத்தை காட்டி விட்டிருந்தருள்வான். மாலையன் காணாத சோதியன் தெளித்தேனாயே நித்திட ஞானம் அருள்வான். ஆனந்தமாய் என்னுள் நித்யன் முக்தி மார்க்கத்தை காட்டி விட்டிருந்தருள்வான். மாலையன் காணாத சோதியன் தெளித்தேனாயே நித்திட ஞானம் அருள்வான். அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான். புவி எண்ணாத யோகமை கொண்டிட நித்யன் ஈரேழு லோகத்திற்கெட்டா. ஈசன் முக்தி நெறி அருளவே நித்யனாய் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான். நித்யன் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான். வெற்றி குதிரை எதியே அடியார்கள் கூரைகளை ஏற்கின்ற நித்யன் சூழும் உறவினரோடு வந்த பாசந்தானை யாரு தேயம்மை காப்பான். வெற்றி குதிரை எரியே அடியார்கள் கூரைகளை ஏற்கின்ற நித்யன் சூழும் உறவினரோடு வந்த பாசம் தானை யாரு தேயம்மை காப்பான். அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான். புவி எண்ணாத யோகமே கொண்டிட நித்யன் ஈரேழு லோகத்திற்கெட்டா. ஈசன் முக்தி நெறி அருளவே நித்யனாய் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான். நித்யன் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான். நித்யனை பற்றுவதொன்றே உபாயம் என்பதானால் பற்றி பிடித்தோம். நித்யன் பாதம் ஒன்றி சதம் அவன் நாமம் சொல்லியே நித்யானந்தம் கொள்ளுவோம். நித்யனை பற்றுவதொன்றே உபாயம் என்பதானால் பற்றி பிடித்தோம். நித்யம் பாதம் ஒன்றி சதம் அவன் நாமம் சொல்லியே நித்யானந்தம் கொள்ளுவோம். அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான். புவி எண்ணாத யோகமே கொண்டிட நித்யன் ஈரேழு லோகத்திற்கெட்டா. ஈசன் முக்தி நெறி அருளவே நித்யனாய் அண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான். திருவண்ணாமலையில் பிறந்தான். என்னப்பனே என்னையனே நித்யானந்த நித்ய காருண்யனே. என்னப்பனே என்னையனே நித்யானந்த நித்ய காருண்யனே. நித்யா 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 நித்யானந்தனே. நித்யா 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 நித்யானந்தனே. நித்யானந்த நித்ய ரூப நித்ய காருண்யனே. நித்யானந்த நித்ய ரூப நித்ய காருண்யனே. என்னப்பனே என்னையனே நித்யானந்த நித்ய காருண்யனே. நித்யானந்த நித்ய காருண்யனே. பன்னீரு கை நித்ய குருநாதனே. பன்னீரு கை குருநாதனே. பன்னீரு கை நித்ய குருநாதனே. பன்னீரு கை குருநாதனே. பக்தர்கள் கனுகூலனே. பக்தர்கள் கனுகூலனே. நித்யா 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 நித்யானந்தனே. நித்யா 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 நித்யானந்தனே. நித்யானந்த நித்ய ரூப நித்ய காருண்யனே. நித்யானந்த நித்ய ரூப நித்ய காருண்யனே. என்னப்பனே என்னையனே நித்யானந்த நித்ய காருண்யனே. என்னப்பனே என்னையனே நித்யானந்த நித்ய காருண்யனே. நித்யா நித்யானந்தனே நித்யானந்தனே நித்யானந்த நித்ய ரூப நித்ய காருண்யனே நித்யானந்த நித்ய ரூப நித்ய காருண்யனே என்னப்பனே என்னையனே நித்யானந்த நித்ய காருண்யனே என்னப்பனே என்னையனே நித்யானந்த நித்ய காருண்யனே சரி பாதி தந்தவனே நித்யா 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 நித்யானந்தனே நித்யா 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 நித்யானந்தனே நித்யானந்த நித்ய ரூப நித்ய காருண்யனே நித்யானந்த நித்ய ரூப நித்ய காருண்யனே சித்தத்திற்கே ஞானம் தந்தவனே சித்தத்திற்கே ஞானம் தந்தவனே சித்தத்திற்கே ஞானம் தந்தவனே சித்தத்திற்கே ஞானம் தந்தவனே சக்தி வடிவானோய் நித்யானந்தனே சக்தி வடிவானோய் நித்யானந்தனே நித்யா 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 நித்யானந்தனே நித்யா 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 நித்யானந்தனே நித்யானந்த நித்ய ரூப நித்ய காருண்யனே நித்யானந்த நித்ய ரூப நித்ய காருண்யனே என்னப்பனே என்னையனே நித்யானந்த நித்ய காருண்யனே என்னப்பனே என்னையனே நித்யானந்த நித்ய காருண்யனே பிரணவ பொருளான சக்தி ரூபனே பிரணவ பொருளான சக்தி ரூபனே பிரணவ பொருளான சக்தி ரூபனே பிரணவ பொருளான சக்தி ரூபனே நித்யம் தியானம் ஆனந்தம் தந்த நித்யனே நித்யம் தியானம் ஆனந்தம் தந்த நித்யனே நித்யா 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 நித்யானந்தனே நித்யா 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 நித்யானந்தனே நித்யானந்த நித்ய ரூப நித்ய காருண்யனே நித்யானந்த நித்ய ரூப நித்ய காருண்யனே அனந்த கந்தவாசம் செய்யும் நித்யனே அனந்த தாண்டவங்கள் ஆடும் நித்யனே அனந்த கந்தவாசம் செய்யும் நித்யனே அனந்த தாண்டவங்கள் ஆடும் நித்யனே நித்ய கவசம் பாடி போற்றிடுவோமே உன்னை நித்ய கவசம் பாடி போற்றிடுவோமே நித்யா 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 நித்யானந்தனே நித்யா 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 நித்யானந்தனே நித்யானந்த நித்ய ரூப நித்ய காருண்யனே நித்யானந்த நித்ய ரூப நித்ய காருண்யனே என்னப்பனே என்னையனே நித்யானந்த நித்ய காருண்யனே பொன்கழுத்தில் அணிந்த மாலை சுழலவே நித்யானந்த தாண்டவம் நீ ஆடும் வேலையே பொன்கழுத்தில் அணிந்த மாலை சுழலவே நித்யானந்த தாண்டவம் நீ ஆடும் வேலையே பக்தியில் நெஞ்சம் இன்ப கூத்தாடுதே நித்யா பக்தர்கள் நெஞ்சம் இன்ப கூத்தாடுதே நித்யா 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 நித்யானந்தனே நித்யா 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 நித்யானந்தனே நித்யானந்த நித்ய ரூப நித்ய காருண்யனே நித்யானந்த நித்ய ரூப நித்ய காருண்யனே என்னப்பனே என்னையனே நித்யானந்த நித்ய காருண்யனே என்னப்பனே என்னையனே நித்யானந்த நித்ய காருண்யனே நித்யா 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 நித்யானந்தனே நித்யா 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 நித்யானந்தனே நித்யானந்த நித்ய ரூப நித்ய காருண்யனே நித்யானந்த நித்ய ரூப நித்ய காருண்யனே பன்னிருகை நித்ய குருநாதனே பன்னிருகை குருநாதனே பன்னிருகை நித்ய குருநாதனே பன்னிருகை நித்ய குருநாதனே நித்யானந்த நித்ய காருண்யனே நித்யானந்த நித்ய காருண்யனே நித்யா 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 நித்யானந்தனே
Shiva Shiv.
I bless you all. You will all manifest the powers of conscious sovereignty. Om, 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 Shiva, Shiva, Shiva. Paramashiva, Paramashiva, Paramashiva. Paramashiva, Paramashiva, Paramashiva. Paramashiva, Paramashiva, Paramashiva.
नित्यानन्दने नित्यानन्द नित्यरूप नित्यकारुण्यने नित्यानन्द नित्यरूप नित्यकारुण्यने नित्यानंद नित्य रूप नित्य कारुण्यने नित्यानंद नित्य रूप नित्य कारुण्यने इनपने यनयने नित्यानंद नित्य कारुण्यने इनपने यनयने नित्यानंद नित्य कारुण्यने नित्य 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 नित्यानंदने नित्य 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 नित्यानंदने नित्यानंद नित्य रूप नित्य कारुण्यने नित्यानंद नित्य रूप नित्य कारुण्यने यनपने यनयने नित्यानंद नित्य कारुण्यने यनपने यनयने नित्यानंद नित्य कारुण्यने नित्य 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 नित्यानंदने नित्य 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 नित्यानंदने नित्यानंद नित्य रूप नित्य कारुण्यने नित्यानंद नित्य रूप नित्य कारुण्यने यनपने यनयने नित्यानंद नित्य कारुण्यने नित्यानंद नित्य कारुण्यने यनपने यनयने नित्यानंद नित्य कारुण्यने यनपने यनयने नित्यानंद नित्य कारुण्यने नित्य 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 नित्यानंदने नित्य 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 नित्यानंदने नित्यानंद नित्य रूप नित्य कारुण्यने नित्यानंद नित्य रूप नित्य कारुण्यने नित्यानंद नित्य रूप नित्य कारुण्यने यनपने यनयने नित्यानंद नित्य कारुण्यने यनपने यनयने नित्यानंद नित्य कारुण्यने नित्य 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 नित्यानंदने नित्य 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 नित्यानंदने नित्यानंद नित्य रूप नित्य कारुण्यने नित्यानंद नित्य रूप नित्य कारुण्यने
என்னப்பனல்லவா என் தாயுமல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளித்தவா என்னப்பனல்லவா என் தாயுமல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளித்தவா எங்கும் நிறைந்தவா எண்ணம் கடந்தவா பொங்கும் அருவியாய் ஆனந்தம் தந்தவா எங்கும் நிறைந்தவா எண்ணம் கடந்தவா பொங்கும் அருவியாய் ஆனந்தம் தந்தவா என்னப்பனல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்தி என்னப்பனல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளிக்கவா ஏழாம் உடல்கள் தாண்டி நித்திய வாழ்வும் கண்டிட கேடான காலம் தன்னை வென்று நீரை நின்றிட ஏழாம் உடல்கள் தாண்டி நித்திய வாழ்வும் கண்டிட கேடான காலம் தன்னை வென்று நீரை நின்றிட சீரான பாவம் கழி நீங்கி பெரும் வாழ்வினை கொண்டாட நித்யானந்த ஸ்புரணம் தன்னை நீங்கவா சீரான பாவம் கழி நீங்கி பெரும் வாழ்வினை கொண்டாட நித்யானந்த ஸ்புரணம் தன்னை நீங்கவா என்னப்பன் 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 அல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளிக்கவா என்னப்பன் அல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளிக்கா ஏழாம் உடல்கள் தாண்டி நித்திய வாழ்வும் கண்டிட கேடான காலம் தன்னை வென்று நீலை நின்றிட ஏழாம் உடல்கள் தாண்டி நித்திய வாழ்வும் கண்டிட கேடான காலம் தன்னை வென்று நீரை நின்றிட சீரான பாவம் கழி நீங்கி பெரும் வாழ்வினை கொண்டாட நித்யானந்த ஸ்புரணம் தன்னை நீங்கவா சீரான பாவம் கழி நீங்கி பெரும் வாழ்வினை கொண்டாட நித்யம் தன்னை நீங்கவா என்னப்பன் 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 அல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அல்லவா என்னப்பன் அல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளிக்கவா என்னப்பன் அல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளிக்கவா என்னப்பன் அல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளிக்கவா எங்கும் நிறைந்தவா எண்ணம் கடந்தவா பொங்கும் அருவியாய் ஆனந்தம் தந்தவா எங்கும் நிறைந்தவா எண்ணம் கடந்தவா பொங்கும் அருவியாய் ஆனந்தம் தந்தவா என்னப்பனல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளிக்கவா என்னப்பனல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளிக்கவா எங்கும் நிறைந்தவா எண்ணம் கடந்தவா பொங்கும் அருவியாய் ஆனந்தம் தந்தவா எங்கும் நிறைந்தவா எண்ணம் கடந்தவா பொங்கும் அருவியாய் ஆனந்தம் தந்தவா
பாதம் தாங்கும் பாதுகை அளவில்லாத புண்ணியம் கொண்ட அதி அற்புத பாதுகை ஆதிதேவ நித்யானந்த பாதம் தாங்கும் பாதுகை அளவில்லாத புண்ணியம் கொண்ட அதி அற்புத பாதுகை சோதி தெய்வம் நித்தியம் வரும் சேதி தன்னை கூறவே சோர்ந்திடாது பிறவி தாங்கும் சீர்மிகுந்த பாதுகை சோதி தெய்வம் நித்தியம் வரும் சேதி தன்னை கூறவே சோர்ந்திடாது பிறவி தாங்கும் சீர்மிகுந்த பாதுகை ஆதிதேவ நித்யானந்த பாதம் தாங்கும் பாதுகை அளவில்லாத புண்ணியம் கொண்ட அதி அற்புத பாதுகை ஆதிதேவ நித்யானந்த பாதம் தாங்கும் பாதுகை அளவில்லாத புண்ணியம் கொண்ட அதி அற்புத பாதுகை கூடி வரும் கோடி பக்தர் ஆண்டவனை காணும் பார்த்து ஏங்கும் பெருமை கொண்ட பரமன் நித்தியன் பாதுகை கூடி வரும் கோடி பக்தர் ஆண்டவனை காணும் பார்த்து ஏங்கும் பெருமை கொண்ட பரமன் நித்தியன் பாதுகை லோகத்தையே காக்கும் நித்தியன் பாதமலர் காத்திடும் யோகம் தன்னை தாங்குகின்ற நித்யானந்தன் பாதுகை வேதிய வேதிய நாம் நித்யநந்தன் ராஜநடை இடுகையில் வேதநாதமாய் விளங்கும் விந்தையான பாதுகை. வேதிய நாம் நித்யநந்தன் ராஜநடை இடுகையில் வேதநாதமாய் விளங்கும் விந்தையான பாதுகை. பாதுகை பாதுகை நித்ய பாதுகை பாதுகை நித்ய பாதுகை பாதுகை நித்ய பாதுகை. தேடி தேடி கண்டிடாது மாலை சோர்வில் ஆழ்ந்திட நித்தியம் நித்தியன் பாதம் பற்றும் பாக்கியம் கொண்ட பாதுகை. தேடி தேடி கண்டிடாது மாலை சோர்வில் ஆழ்ந்திட நித்தியம் நித்தியன் பாதம் பற்றும் பாக்கியம் கொண்ட பாதுகை. தனையன் சாற்றும் பாதுகைகள் தாங்கும் பூமி தாயினை அமைதி ஆனந்தத்தின் எல்லை கொள்ள செய்யும் பாதுகை. தனையன் சாற்றும் பாதுகைகள் தாங்கும் பூமி தாயினை அமைதி ஆனந்தத்தின் எல்லை கொள்ள செய்யும் பாதுகை. நித்யானந்தன் நடை பயிலத்துகள் கிளப்பி பூமியில் ரோக சோக தோஷம் தன்னை தீர்க்கும் சத்திய பாதுகை. நித்யானந்தன் நடை பயிலத்துகள் கிளப்பி பூமியில் ரோக சோக தோஷம் தன்னை தீர்க்கும் சத்திய பாதுகை. நித்யனவன் பாதை பற்றுதற்கீடலால் பற்றும் பாவம் போக்க பக்தர் பற்றி கொள்ளும் பாதுகை. நித்யனவன் பாதம் தன்னை பற்றுதற்கீடலால் பற்றும் பாவம் போக்க பக்தர் பற்றி கொள்ளும் பாதுகை. சரணடைந்த பக்தர் தன்னை கருணையோடு ஏந்தியே பரம நித்யன் பாதம் தன்னில் சேர்த்தருளும் பாதுகை. சரணடைந்த பக்தர் தன்னை கருணையோடு ஏந்தியே பரம நித்யன் பாதம் தன்னில் சேர்த்தருளும் பாதுகை. பாதுகை நித்யன் பாதுகை 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 பாதுகை நித்யன் பாதுகை. அஞ்சலென்றடைய அபயம் தரும் லிங்கம் ஆனந்த நித்யன் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம். பிணி நீக்கும் உயிர் காக்கும் ஞான ஒளியாக பூத்த நித்யானந்தன் தந்த உயர்லிங்கம். ஆதிலிங்கம் ஜோதிலிங்கம் அற்புதலிங்கம் ஞானலிங்கம் நித்யன் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம். ஆதிலிங்கம் ஜோதிலிங்கம் அற்புதலிங்கம் ஞானலிங்கம் நித்யன் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம். அருணயம் பதிதனிலே மலைவல வழிதனிலே அருமையாய் அமர்ந்த நித்யன் ஆனந்தலிங்கம். அருணயம் பதிதனிலே மலைவல வழிதனிலே அருமையாய் அமர்ந்த நித்யன் ஆனந்தலிங்கம். கருதிடும் அடியவரின் மலையெனும் துயர்களையே கடுகன உடைக்கும் நித்யன் ஆனந்தலிங்கம். கருதிடும் அடியவரின் மலையெனும் துயர்களையே கடுகன உடைக்கும் நித்யன் ஆனந்தலிங்கம். கவலைகள் விடி உறவே அவலங்கள் பொடிப்படவே கருணை ஆனந்தலிங்கம். கவலைகள் விடி உறவே அவலங்கள் பொடிப்படவே கருணையின் அருள் அழகாய் ஆனந்தலிங்கம். உயர்த்தும் நித்யனானந்தலிங்கம். சுயமதை உணர்த்திடவே சுகமதில் நிலை பெறவே தவநிலை உயர்த்தும் நித்யனானந்தலிங்கம். தவநிலை உயர்த்தும் நித்யனானந்தலிங்கம். ஆதிலிங்கம் ஜோதிலிங்கம் அற்புதலிங்கம் ஞானலிங்கம் நித்யம் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம். ஆதிலிங்கம் ஜோதிலிங்கம் அற்புதலிங்கம் ஞானலிங்கம் நித்யம் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம். பிணிகளை போக்கிவிடும் பிறவியும் போக்கிவிடும் உயர்நிலை வாழ்வளிக்கும் ஆனந்தலிங்கம். பிணிகளை போக்கிவிடும் பிறவியும் போக்கிவிடும் உயர்நிலை வாழ்வளிக்கும் ஆனந்தலிங்கம். மனிதருக்கு அரியதொரு அரூபரூபமெனும் அஜோமுகத்தை காட்டும் ஆனந்தலிங்கம். மனிதருக்கு அரியதொரு அரூபரூபமெனும் அஜோமுகத்தை காட்டும் ஆனந்தலிங்கம். அமரர்கள் உலகமெல்லாம் அருள் பெற விரதம் கொண்ட 1008 நித்யனானந்தலிங்கம். அமரர்கள் உலகமெல்லாம் அருள் பெற விரதம் கொண்ட 1008 நித்யனானந்தலிங்கம். குணக்கடல் குவலயத்தை குறைவின்றி காக்க எங்கள் குரு நித்யானந்தன் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம். குணக்கடல் குவலயத்தை குறைவின்றி காக்க எங்கள் குரு நித்யானந்தன் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம். குரு நித்யானந்தன் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம். ஆதிலிங்கம் ஜோதிலிங்கம் அற்புதலிங்கம் ஞானலிங்கம் நித்யம் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம். ஆதிலிங்கம் ஜோதிலிங்கம் அற்புதலிங்கம் ஞானலிங்கம் நித்யம் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம். அயனறி கருளிடவே அக்னி வடிவினிலே அருணையில் உதித்த நித்யனானந்தலிங்கம். அயனறி கருளிடவே அக்னி வடிவினிலே அருணையில் உதித்த நித்யனானந்தலிங்கம். அன்பருக்காதரவாய் ஆலமிடற்றினிலே கட்டிய நாதன் நித்யனானந்தலிங்கம். அன்பருக்காதரவாய் ஆலமிடற்றினிலே கட்டிய நாதன் நித்யனானந்தலிங்கம். ஆதியும் அந்தமில்லா ஜோதியின் ரூபமென சூட்சமாத்மமான ஆனந்தலிங்கம். ஆதியும் அந்தமில்லா ஜோதியின் ரூபமென சூட்சமாத்மமான ஆனந்தலிங்கம். முக்தர்கள் பக்தரெல்லாம் முக்தியடைந்து விட மூலமதாக நின்ற ஆனந்தலிங்கம். முக்தர்கள் பக்தரெல்லாம் முக்தியடைந்து விட மூலமதாக நின்ற ஆனந்தலிங்கம். மூலமதாக நின்ற ஆனந்தலிங்கம். ஆதிலிங்கம் ஜோதிலிங்கம் அற்புதலிங்கம் ஞானலிங்கம் நித்யம் தந்த 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 ஆனந்தலிங்கம். மாய்த்துவிடும் ஆன்மீக வேட்கைதனை தீயன மூட்டும் நித்யானந்தலிங்கம். ஊழ்வினை மாய்த்துவிடும் ஆன்மீக வேட்கைதனை தீயன மூட்டும் நித்யானந்தலிங்கம். வாழ்மனம் கொள்ளும் பெரும் எண்ணங்கள் யாவையுமே பாங்குடன் நீக்கிவிடும் ஆனந்தலிங்கம். வாழ்மனம் கொள்ளும் பெரும் எண்ணங்கள் யாவையுமே பாங்குடன் நீக்கிவிடும் ஆனந்தலிங்கம். தாழ்வுகள் போக்கிவிடும் தீமைகள் நீக்கி நம்மை தூயவனாக்கும் நித்யானந்தலிங்கம். தாழ்வுகள் போக்கிவிடும் தீமைகள் நீக்கி நம்மை தூயவனாக்கும் நித்யானந்தலிங்கம். வேள்விகள் செய்து வரும் பேருயர் வாழ்வினையே வேண்டிட தந்துவிடும் ஆனந்தலிங்கம். வேள்விகள் செய்து வரும் பேருயர் வாழ்வினையே வேண்டிட தந்துவிடும் ஆனந்தலிங்கம். வேண்டிட தந்துவிடும் ஆனந்தலிங்கம். ஆதிலிங்கம் ஜோதிலிங்கம் அற்புதலிங்கம் ஞானலிங்கம் நித்யம் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம். ஆதிலிங்கம் ஜோதிலிங்கம் அற்புதலிங்கம் ஞானலிங்கம் நித்யம் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம். புண்ணியம் செய்த பெரும் பக்குவர் உள்மனதில் தெள்ளமுதாய் நிற்கும் ஆனந்தலிங்கம். புண்ணியம் செய்த பெரும் பக்குவர் உள்மனதில் தெள்ளமுதாய் நிற்கும் ஆனந்தலிங்கம். பண்ணொடு பரதமெனும் 64 கலை உள்ளிருந்தாட்சி செய்யும் ஆனந்தலிங்கம். பண்ணொடு பரதமெனும் 64 கலை உள்ளிருந்தாட்சி செய்யும் ஆனந்தலிங்கம். பெண் அவள் செய்த தவம் பாதியை தந்த பெரும் பேரருள் செய்த நித்யானந்தலிங்கம். பெண் அவள் செய்த தவம் பாதியை தந்த பெரும் பேரருள் செய்த நித்யானந்தலிங்கம். விண்ணவர் மன்னவரும் வேண்டிடும் வரமெதுவும் வேண்டும் உணருளும் நித்யானந்தலிங்கம். விண்ணவர் மன்னவரும் வேண்டிடும் வரமெதுவும் வேண்டும் உணருளும் நித்யன் ஆனந்தலிங்கம். வேண்டும் உணருளும் நித்யானந்தலிங்கம். ஆதிலிங்கம் ஜோதிலிங்கம் அற்புதலிங்கம் ஞானலிங்கம் நித்யம் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம். ஆதிலிங்கம் ஜோதிலிங்கம் அற்புதலிங்கம் ஞானலிங்கம் நித்யம் தந்த ஆனந்தலிங்கம். மூவினை தீர்த்துவிடும் மூல மறுத்துவிடும் சாவினை வீழ்த்திவிடும். மூவினை தீர்த்துவிடும் மூல மறுத்துவிடும் சாவினை வீழ்த்திவிடும் ஆனந்தலிங்கம். காமம் அழித்துவிடும் காதல் உரைத்துவிடும் சோமனணிந்த நித்யானந்தலிங்கம். காமம் அழித்துவிடும் காதல் உரைத்துவிடும் சோமனணிந்த நித்யானந்தலிங்கம். ஆவியை ஏத்துவிடும் ஆறுயிராக்கிவிடும் நாவுய நால்வர் தொழும் ஆனந்தலிங்கம். ஆவியை ஏத்துவிடும் ஆறுயிராக்கிவிடும் நாவுய நால்வர் தொழும் ஆனந்தலிங்கம். பேதயம் வாழ்வினுக்கே பேரருளான அந்த பூரண ஞானம் தரும் ஆனந்தலிங்கம். பேதயம் வாழ்வினுக்கே பேரருளான அந்த பூரண ஞானம் தரும் ஆனந்தலிங்கம். பூரண ஞானம் தரும் ஆனந்தலிங்கம். ஆதிலிங்கம் ஜோதிலிங்கம் அற்புதலிங்கம் ஞானலிங்கம் நித்யம் தந்த 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 ஆனந்தலிங்கம்.
உடலோடு உயிர் தந்து உணர்வோடு மொழி தந்து உலகெங்கும் உயிர்ப்பானவன். புவி தந்து மலை தந்து கடல் தந்து நதி தந்து முகிலாகி மழையானவன். நித்யானந்தவயமானவன் நித்யானந்தவயமானவன். எமையாளும் நடுநாயகன் இதமான தென்றலாய் இடியோடு மின்னலாய் புவி மீது புயலானவன். நித்யானந்தவயமானவன் நித்யானந்தவயமானவன்.
ஓம் 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 ஓம். Paramashiva, Paramashiva, Paramashiva. My blessings, I bless you all to experience conscious sovereignty. Everyone who asked for boons, blessings, power manifestation, all the auspiciousness. Now, through the social media, Facebook, YouTube, WhatsApp, through all social media, all the boons you asked, prayers you asked, I bless it all. Let you all experience conscious sovereignty. Paramashiva's very own being, super consciousness.
முதலா
Om, Om, Om. Olivia Sahai's daughter Sandra Sahai has messaged about Gurukul. Please contact Ma Prematma and give all the details. We will coordinate. I'll give you the guidance through Ma Prematma. Olivia Sahai's daughter Sandra Sahai, please reach out to Ma Prematma with all your questions about the Gurukul. Ma Prematma, reach out to Sandra Sahai and Olivia Sahai and support them, guide them for the Gurukul. So, my blessings to all of you. I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, collective integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhatvaita Saivam. The state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness, and Kailasa Paramashiva. Paramashiva. Om, Om, Om. I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, collective integrity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Paramadvaitam, Shuddhadvaita Saivam, the state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness, and Kailas of Paramashiva. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivo. The eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.
श्रीकैलासोन्नतद्वादशान्तश्यामलापीठारूढ श्रीमीनाक्षि सुन्दरेश्वरा भिन्नस्वरूप परशिवपुत्र रत्न कुमार गुरुमण्यतुल्यावतार